Deathloop is Arcane Studios' next-gen title. While everyone was instantly comparing it with Dishonored since announcement, I was more like, bang! Since I really found the idea of being held in a loop just amazing. The question is, however, whether Deathloop offers a loop of fun or boredom. In this review, I'll give you the answer to that. The game takes place in Black Reef, a mysterious island that is stuck in a time loop. The residents experience the same day over and over and over again without even knowing. However, there are two exceptions, Cold and Juliana. In the single-player campaign, the player takes the role of Cold, a guy that wakes up on the beach with some serious hangover and memory loss. But hey, he still knows how to handle a gun, so that should be enough, I guess. Anyhow, without any information at all, Cold decides to break the loop and free the island. Breaking the loop, however, sounds easier than it is because Cold needs to kill 8 targets during the day, the so-called Visionaries, a group of scientists and responsible for the time loop. A day in the loop begins in the tunnels of Black Reef where Cold has his hideout. Before exploring one of 4 map sections, the player can set his loadout for the day. You can change between weapons and powers. Both also have some upgrades, the so-called trinkets. During the day, you'll be able to find more, however if Gold dies or the day ends, the stuff you picked up is gone unless you invest Residuum to keep your items forever. Residuum can be absorbed from highlighted objects or executed targets. In order to take out 8 Visionaries during the day, you'll have to be best prepared. So instead going all out and killing them one by one, you should also study their secrets and gather as much information as you can. Eventually you'll come across some clues how to lure multiple targets in one place to take them all at once. Still, it wouldn't hurt to confront them face to face first and take them out individually, since each one of them has their own special power which you can steal, like Shift that lets you instant teleport and reach platforms easier and faster, Havoc making you invulnerable to damage, or Ether, making you invisible for a period of time. There are 8 in total that you can gather and upgrade. If you're looking for the extra amount of firepower, you can gather information that leads to riddles around Black Reef. By finishing those, you'll be able to unlock the most badass weapons in the game, like the Heritage Shotgun or the Sepulchral Betrayer Sniper Rifle. To get close to the target, the player has to find a way in first. For that, the game allows you to explore multiple entrances. Of course, you can just go all Rambo style, but that ends up usually waking up one day later in the beach. So usually you start a more stealthy approach at the beginning, and when you get comfortable and have enough firepower, you can play a combination of both, which is super fun. Around each area you'll find guards, turrets and cameras. Depending which time you try to infiltrate, the more or less countermeasurements are to be expected. In the morning you'll find probably just guards patrolling, and in the evening you'll find more turrets and even explosives around. Luckily, Cold's device helps you to hack cameras and turrets and doors. While Cold tries to break the loop, Juliana tries to protect it. She'll invade randomly and try to hunt you down. You can play yourself as Juliana and invade other players, which is surprisingly more fun than I expected. Juliana has her own weapons and powers. To unlock them you have to rank up. You do that by hunting down other Colds. That is optional though and can be turned off if you rather want to play just for yourself. The game has right now perfect reviews with straight 10s out of 10s, meaning the game is perfect, right? Well, I don't want to break the infinite hype around the game, but I will do say that I have a massive problem with this game that took a lot of the fun. The game stretches itself massively by making you repeat the loop countless times just to get one piece of information for your assassination master plan. You enter a building on a specific time just to get the hint you need to be here earlier. So the next day, you'll get another hint that you'll need a password or a key that you'll find on another location. And guess what? When entering that other location, you'll be in the same situation because you will need also some kind of access. This scenario happens constantly, which felt repetitive after a while. Now, you might think right now being on a time loop is repetitive, but when you explore each map section for the 5th time, you figured out all the patterns, which makes the hunt for clues simply not fun after a while. I wish the game had more or bigger map sections to explore. During these repetitive phases in the game, I couldn't stop thinking that Arcane Studios might could have prevented this with AI adaptation. Let me give you an example what I exactly mean by that. In Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain, the AI would adapt to the playstyle of the player. If you use constantly the sniper rifle, enemies would try to figure out countermeasurements like having multiple sniper posts in different places. If you sneak only during night, enemies would wear night goggles for better vision. I don't know about you, but if there's a game that would benefit from AI adaptation, it would be Deathloop, even if it's just optional. Don't get me wrong, the enemy AI are doing for the most part a great job, but like I mentioned before, after repeating the full locations for the 5th time, you can't tell what's going on in Black Reef. Of course, that is just personal opinion though. On the PlayStation 5, the game runs smooth. I played on performance mode and never dropped any FPS at all. Even on performance mode, the game looks fantastic, but if you want to have the extra spiciness, you can also set up the graphic mode. It took me around 12 hours to break the loop. Even after that, the game is not really over. The game has multiple endings, upgrades, weapons and secrets still to find. And with the multiplayer, you'll have a great value. So my final rating is an 8 out of 10. I had a great experience with Deathloop and I am looking forward to what Arcane Studios brings next. Muchas thank you for watching and see you.